Lindy, what got you through the start? I mean, it wasn't like you were awful, but the pucks were going in the net. It's 3-1. What got you through it and got you moving in the right direction?
I didn't think it was an awful start. Just a couple of pucks went in, and we were playing well. Got off to a great start, playing well. And I just told the team, stay with it. We're moving the puck well, defending well.
Lindy, you guys are now 5-1 on the road in these playoffs, but they're 5-2 on the road. Why can that be when these two arenas are so exciting that the home team seems to be better off on the road?
Well, we're in the process of seeing if we can play here on Monday.
Lindy, going off of that, how do you make Monday feel like a road game? Does this involve like added hotels, or what are you guys going to do?
Yeah, we've got some thought going into that right now, but we are going to change up what we've done at home. I really don't have the answer. And I don't think anybody has been able to help me with the answer yet. So, I'm sure they're probably searching for the answer too, in their building, and Boston was searching for the same answer in their building. So we know it's one game now for chance to move on.
Today's Rasmussen's first elimination game, and he scores on his first shift and ends up with 5 points. In what ways did he set the tone for you guys?
Well, again, we've been able to get off to a quick start. I thought just that little rotation and in the play he made, I think he held on long enough. Somebody went by him there low in the D zone, and he got to the net on his backhand, and a heck of a shot. And I don't know whether it went off their defender's stick or not, but it was at that time we've been able to score early, and that helps take a little bit of this crowd out of it.
More than the lean for most of your players, that was a new experience with your back against the wall. So how proud are you that the way your leaders respond tonight in that game?
Very proud of our guys. We talked this morning about everybody needs to play their best game. That the regular season doesn't mean anything, and the Boston series doesn't mean anything. In the 5 games to this point, really don't mean anything. Our defining moment is this game tonight, that we have to play our best game.
Lindy, what went into all the lineup changes? You shuffled up the lines, you switched your goalie. Like, what went into that, and how did you feel like it worked out?
I just think that our top line had struggled. Like, they'd been good for such a long time. I mean, we'd had a few times we'd switched back and forth, but really felt that it was just time to make a change. Met with the coaches, and we're talking like probably you guys are talking, how can you break up this line and how can you break up that line? But the bottom line is we just felt it would help a couple of our guys get going. And we went back to the McLeod, Doan, Tuck line, which played a lot early in the year. So you just look back on games that, you thought lines were real good, and we thought there was a connection between. There was times when Awesome would play with Benson and Tomer. So we just decided to put Tomer over on that side. Just discussions, trying to generate more from your top guys.
Lindy, what in particular sparked this team in the second period?
Yeah, I'll still say this. I thought we played a hell of a first period. We just didn't win the score sheet battle. I thought we played an even better second period for sure. I thought our skating in the offensive zone, we separated all the time. It made them really tough. It made it really tough on coverage. They couldn't quite catch up to, the low rotation, some of the high rotation, and all of a sudden we had guys open. But it was like I said this morning, we need to skate. We need to skate on pucks. And I thought that was the biggest difference in both zones for us. We skated, we took space and time away in the D zone, and we skated away from people in the offensive zone.
Lindy, your goalies obviously have been used to coming in and out all year, but that was a really crushing moment it had to be for Luukkonen in Game 5. What can you say about the way he was prepared in case something happened, and 10 minutes into the game, he's in the game and gives you what he gave you?
Yeah, he gave us a great effort, and I know that I'll keep saying it, that I've talked to both guys about it's been a year where we've needed both of you, and we've needed Ellie at times, so that's all three of them. In a game like this, it just felt Al wasn't seeing it. Just turn to UPL and see if he can help us out, and he did. He played from that point. He probably made, I thought, like 4 or 5 really good saves that, kept them off the board.
Lindy, you've used basically now everyone with Zach Metza coming in this tonight. Just to a lot of coaches wouldn't put a rookie in an elimination game for his first playoff game, but obviously he's very mature. Just what made you put him in tonight?
I mean, there's some factors that I won't get into. Part of it was we had a couple question marks whether, even Owen Power could play, and I thought he gave us one hell of a game. But using our top 4 and then putting a right-handed D out there with him was probably the main reason, so that if we, he plays a shift with Darlene, he plays a shift with Owen Power, he plays a shift with Byram, we've got that left-right connection. Felt if Owen Power couldn't get through the game, we need a right defenseman, a guy that'd be comfortable, that'd be playing over there, and I thought he gave us a strong game.
Lindy, will you keep everyone away from the rink again for 2 days?
I believe so. Yeah. I think you go into Game 7. I think just like I said for Game 6 elimination game, there's a lot of pressure. They feel it, and I'm going to say 90% chance you won't see us at the rink for the next day and a half until game time.
Lindy, a few players mentioned, I think Tage in particular said he felt like the guys played free and that, you kind of got to that version of yourselves again. Did you have any sense, like this morning, or maybe it was early in the game, that you'd be able to get to that version, like you wanted to take the pressure off, and it actually worked, it seems like?
Well, the meeting this morning was about, when I watch film and I see a guy pointing or saying, you go here, or that for me is, there's an indecision on who's going. So we just used this expression this morning that was, the expression was JFG, and you can figure out what that is. And we used that on a whole bunch of clips where there was slowness in our game. And I told the team I'd rather err that they made a mistake going than not going. And I thought some of the tentativeness in Game 5 really hurt us. It hurt us defensively. We spent too much time on our end. And the offensive zone stuff, I thought our guys just skated away. But the defensive zone stuff, I thought was so much better.